are these people?
Now, what he wasn't brought in to do was tweet out war crimes, but he's doing that anyway.
Stop! You violated the law.
25 seconds from the dumbass president that we have, and I'm not going to play the video. These Houthis gathered for instructions on an attack. No, they didn't. They were celebrating. It was the end of a holiday. Oops, there will be no attack by these Houthis. They will never sink our ships again. These people were unarmed.
Until they do.
These people were unarmed, and they didn't fire shit at U.S. ships. Caitlin Johnstone, wait, so Trump's Yemen snuff film not only resembles the WikiLeaks collateral murder video, but it was also released on its 15-year anniversary.
Oh
my God.
Winky dinks.
Misty says, amazing.
We're fucked.
Okay. And because we have to have a little bit more levity tonight, we're going to bring Normal Island News, Indie Media Award honoree, and Caitlin is too, but Normal Island News. President Trump brags about his war crime and shares the evidence. We're proud of our war crimes now. Again, she's my favorite parody writer. Remember when people got arrested and jailed for leaking footage of U.S. war crimes? Well, these days, the president publishes footage of his war crimes and brags about them. It's like WikiLeaks is running the White House's PR team. Israel's genocide means we no longer bother to hide incriminating evidence from the ICC. We're loud and proud about our acts of evil. Isn't life better when supervillains are free to be their authentic selves? The anti-war president finally came out as a supervillain when he published footage on social media of a tribe gathering in a circle for something called Eid al-Fitr. The tribe was blown up by a U.S. bomb, and many of the victims were, of course, women and children. This was Trump's biggest military success since the day he bombed an apartment building because the girlfriend of a missile scientist lived there. In his social media post, Trump bragged that there will be no attack by these Houthis and insisted that they will never sink our ships again, accidentally admitting Ansar Allah had indeed been sinking U.S. naval vessels. Last time this happened in the region, the USS Liberty was bombed by, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Let's get back to the most recent bombing.
Israel.
The one during Eid al-Fitr that we're bragging about. Now, I have no idea what Eid al-Fitr means, but as a massive racist, I'm going to assume it's some pre-terrorism ritual. I mean, if that logic is good enough for me to be president of the United States, it's good enough for me. Sure. Presumably, Yemenis stand conveniently in a circle when they're planning to sink a U.S. warship to make it as easy as possible for the U.S. to kill them. The desert tribe was sophisticated enough to sink vessels that cost more than its country's GDP and stupid enough to make itself an unmissable target. Fortunately, everyone in Yemen was doing the same pre-terrorism ritual, meaning Trump could have randomly targeted any gathering and made the same claim. Going forward, this makes his job easy because the war is going to involve lots of massacres to keep the AIPAC donations rolling in. Trump once criticized Biden for bombing Yemen and said we should talk to Ansar Allah instead, but thankfully, he's reformed now because he already sent his agent.
He done got his mind right.
No, he had his assets in the region already, but we all know who they are, but yeah, we won't say. The born-again warmonger is following in the footsteps of previous U.S. presidents who bombed the terrorist gatherings known as weddings and funerals. I understand Trump's next target is a kid's birthday party. Maybe the pony rides and pin the tail on the donkey. Yep. Disappointingly, bombing civilians during Eid al-Fitr has done nothing to stop Ansar Allah blockading the Red Sea. U.S. warships are in the region with the noble aim of keeping a genocide going, which means Ansar Allah is doing terrorism and the U.S. is respecting international law. I can't even say that with a straight face. The U.S. helped Saudi Arabia bomb Yemen for 7 years and somehow failed to stop Ansar Allah, but I'm confident things will be different this time. if you were concerned that Trump's going to lose a war against Yemen and start a war against Iran that he's also going to lose, just consider that he started a trade war with the world that he's also going to lose.
Penguins.
Sorry, I never thought that one through, but remember, he also started a trade war with penguins that he is also going to lose. So much winning.
Bollocks.
I'm not very good at this, am I? Just please stick your head up your arse. I'm sorry, ass. And tell yourself these wars are going to make America great again somehow. The alternative means facing reality, and that's far too scary. I love that woman. Protect her at all costs. What? We got a spoopy sighting?
No, it's just spookies as in it's scary.
Oh.
You know?
If a foreigner can run our pitiful country, then please, Laura, move here and do the same. My senators both voted against the Sanders bill to stop arming Israel, as did most of them, and his is just performative anyway. I left voicemails for each of them, calling them every vile name in my extensive vocabulary of vile names, like writing a letter to Santa Claus. One of them has the unfortunate name of Alyssa Slotkin. She will forever be known as Slutkin, as in slut, whore, cocksucker for Israel. P.S. Laura, hope the little one is doing well. Her son had a seizure and he's going to require constant care, and that's a whole other story. Read the story about her son. It's sad to read, but I feel for her. Again, Laura K, Normal Island News. It's not really Laura K. She's a parody of Laura Kusenberg, who's a BBC pundit who is a total shitlib and member of the Conservative Party. If you're able to, please support independent media. Cash App, $Indie News Network, code-fee.com/Indie News Network, paypal.me/Indie News Network. INNnewsletter.com gets you a daily update of all the things happening at the network and a weekly update on Friday afternoon, plus podcasts, like the Chris Legion one that went out yesterday. Support independent media, kids. We need it more than ever. Love you all.
Yeah.
Bye-bye!
Mwah. Ciao, baby.
No! We just fucking lost the stream!
Can keep giving us nothing and think we're bluffing about coming for your heads. Why play civil if you won't listen to 50,000 dead? And now we know our mission, we form a militia, make Congress a prison. No, why play civil when all these dead won't make you listen? What's more American than slaying your oppressors? What's more American than liberty or death first? God, I thought we were founded on abolishing the tyranny of those who would starve a village all to live empirically. And I regret that I have only one life to give for my cause now that I can see the cause so clearly. See, I want our leaders, regardless of party, to fear me.